Well, let's cross back now to Wales. Reform UK leader Nigel Farage is delivering the address in Newport.
Positive. Really, really loved it. Your comments about the Welsh media lead me to look forward to the Q&A session we'll be doing in just a moment. Now, for those that thought that today's event was just about James joining us, and perhaps the media thought that's what it was for, perhaps you thought it was what it was for, there's actually something else that we're going to do today that I think is really rather important. As you know, in the run-up to the elections on May the 7th, some of the key moments will be the debates that take place live on television here in Wales between the party leaders. Now, of course, I can't take part in those debates because I'm not running for the Senate and I'm not Welsh and it wouldn't work. So I've had, over the course of the last week or two, to make a decision as to who the right person is to lead us over the course of these next 2.5 months, to go on television, to take on the other party leaders, to push our message, and somebody that we in Wales, you in Wales, can all get behind. So I will announce now that the leader of Reform UK Wales is a man who was born in the valleys, who, like so many, sadly, young people from Wales, headed off to London for a career in which he did well. He also went on to be a cabinet member of the council in Barnet and the leader of Barnet Council for some years. So we have somebody here from the valleys, somebody here with considerable business experience, but somebody who knows what it is to run big budgets. Somebody who knows how difficult it is to be in government. And that quality, that combination, is what made me realise that the man to do this, I'm going to introduce him to you right now. Now, he's here, I promise. It's not like Robert Jenrick. Do you remember that? Like Robert.
There's nothing more important than keeping you and your loved ones safe online. With so many VPN options available, choosing the right one can be pretty daunting. And with their Valentine's Day sale, this video's sponsor, ExpressVPN, is making the choice easier for GB News viewers. It's the easiest way to stay safe online, protect your money, and save big for less than £2 a month. Click the link in the video's description or scan the QR code today.
I'm confident Dan Thomas is here, so please welcome the leader of Reform Wales. Please welcome Dan Thomas.
Thank you, Nigel, for the introduction and for the honour of being Reform UK's leader in Wales. Thank you. For those who may not know me, my name is Dan Thomas, and my story is similar to many of you in this room and watching at home. I was born and raised in the Welsh Valleys, where my family lived 4 generations. My granddad was a miner, as was his dad before him. A strong work ethic ran in the family, and I studied hard at school while juggling paper rounds and training with the local air cadets. I have fond memories of growing up in Wales, and I didn't want to leave when I turned 18. My parents were sad to see me go, or so they tell me. But for many young Welshmen and women, good opportunities in Wales are few and far between. The well-paying jobs and the high-flying career paths are simply not there. So I left to build a successful career in financial services in London, while serving my new community as a councillor and council leader. At 27 years, I'm back home, raising 2 young boys in the valley so they can enjoy the same beautiful Welsh countryside that I played in as a child. I've come back to where I belong. But 27 years later, I found myself again asking what opportunities exist for young adults leaving education. Will my boys want to stay in the green grass of home? Or will they feel the need to go over the Severn Bridge to fulfil their maximum potential? 27 years later, the sad truth is that the Labour Party has decimated Wales through inertia and managed decline. Welsh children are being let down by an education system which achieves the poorest results in the UK. Welsh 15-year-olds have the worst PISA scores in the UK for maths, science and reading. The Welsh NHS can't cope despite receiving more funding per head than in England. And under Welsh NHS targets, 85% of cancer patients should be starting treatment within 62 days of an urgent referral. Just 59% receive treatment in time, again worse in England. Over 750,000 Welsh patients are still waiting for treatment. And Labour's response? To place fixing potholes on the equivalent footing to cutting waiting lists. Wales has the highest unemployment rate in the UK, and its economic inactivity rate is higher too. Labour does nothing to change this reality. They believe dependency on the state is their handrail to power, and it's no wonder that our brightest and best are leaving. The cost of living is soaring, made worse by Labour and Plaid Cymru councils, hiking up council tax by an eye-watering 7.1% on average. And when I was a council cabinet member for finance, I managed to cut council tax whilst retaining vital services such as weekly bin collections. And it can be done, but it needs strong, focused leadership from leaders who are on the side of residents and willing to take on vested interests. Young people are being priced out of their towns and villages because Labour have missed their own building targets. And they've overseen the second lowest level of new homes since records began. Again, when I was a cabinet member for regeneration, I oversaw the highest delivery of new homes by a significant margin when compared to neighbouring councils. It can be done, but if we want a bright future for our children, we need to build it and not just talk about it. In Wales, most of us rely on our cars to get around, but Labour and Plaid Cymru are waging war on motorists. They see driving as a luxury, and they think we should all be herded onto unreliable buses and trains. Labour refused to build the M4 relief road, and they rolled out blanket 20-mile-an-hour speed limits. And if they're elected again, pay per mile will be coming for everyone, mark my words. And many in Wales rely on tourism for a living. But those tourists who are determined enough to suffer a clogged M4 motorway, they are now going to be hit with a tourist tax. And we know this will just drive more tourists down the road to Devon and Cornwall instead. And problems are very rarely resolved.
That is Dan Thomas, who is the new leader of Welsh Reform, formerly a councillor in Barnet in London, but born in Wales.
He was the leader of the council between 2019 and 2022. He defected to Reform in December.
From the Conservatives.
From the Conservatives. Andy, what do you make of that?
I'm a bit confused about his pitch, which seems to be, I left Wales as soon as I could to go into a career in London. I then led a London council, and now that I see which way the wind is blowing, having been a Conservative councillor all my life, I've defected, I've jumped ship, like everybody else, and I've identified that one place where Reform might do well is not in London, because I can't win as a Reform councillor in London, because it's the only place where people won't reform. So I'm going to go back to Wales, where I've got a chance. Seems like a grifter to me.